The Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio is an incredible destination if you're interested in history, architecture, pop culture, or even paranormal phenomenon. Although there's a good chance the only reason you've even heard of this place and are watching this video is because the Ohio State Reformatory was the primary filming location for the beloved film The Shawshank Redemption, which was rated #1 by IMDb as the most popular movie of all time. In this video, I'll take you through the former prison, talk a bit about its history, and show you some places and props that you will definitely recognize from the universally loved film. The Ohio State Reformatory is located about halfway between Columbus and Cleveland in Mansfield, Ohio. It was originally created as part of the 19th century movement to reform criminal behavior by treating inmates more humanely. It was built in the late 1800s and early 1900s in a stunning blend of architectural styles with the intent to inspire inmates towards repentance with its cathedral-like designs. It was initially built as a facility for young, first-time offenders, focusing on rehabilitation rather than harsh punishment. The prison officially opened in 1896, and inmates were required to engage in various forms of labor and attend education and religious services to encourage reform. However, as the years passed, the reformatory became overcrowded and fell short of its reform-focused ideals. By mid-century, it housed far more inmates than it was designed for, leading to deteriorating conditions, increased violence, and disease outbreaks. By the 1970s, the reformatory was infamous for its poor conditions, and the state began to face increasing pressure to shut it down. In 1972, a federal court ruling ordered the prison to close due to the inhumane conditions, although it continued to operate in a limited capacity for nearly 2 more decades, while the state built a new nearby facility. The last inmates were finally transferred out in 1990, and the reformatory officially closed. After being shut down, it faced the risk of demolition, but was saved by local preservationists. It became internationally famous after serving as the filming location for The Shawshank Redemption in 1994, which cemented its status as a cultural landmark. Today, the nonprofit Ohio State Reformatory Preservation Society manages the site, which attracts thousands of tourists yearly. Visitors can explore its history through self-guided or guided tours, and even during Halloween season, they operate a large interactive haunted house. Because I visited in late October, some parts of the prison, which are normally accessible as part of the self-guided tour, were temporarily not open on the tour since they were being used for the haunted house route. In the wing of the prison that used to occupy the warden's residence, the guards and staff rooms, and administrative offices, there's a museum housing artifacts from the prison years and Shawshank Redemption memorabilia. Although I found the history displays interesting and very well presented, the displays related to the film were particularly memorable. There's a number of props and artifacts on display that fans of the film will definitely recognize. Here's a few of them, along with related quotes from the film. Of course, even if you're not familiar with the film, there's still plenty to fascinate a visitor. You'll learn about prison life, see the cramped cells, and explore areas such as the chapel and the hospital wing. The reformatory also has a reputation for being haunted, with numerous reports of ghostly encounters. The mega YouTuber Mr. Beast actually made a video about this here a few years ago. If you're interested in the paranormal, you can join the scheduled ghost tours. Visitors can explore the reformatory on their own or join a guided tour, which may provide deeper insights into its history. Guided tours also give access to areas that are typically off limits to self-guided guests. So my verdict, I think I've seen the Shawshank Redemption at least a dozen times, and I'm really interested in history. So I loved everything about this place. I would come back again outside of the Halloween season so I could see some of the areas that were closed during my visit and perhaps even opt for a guided tour. Whether you're into architecture, history, criminal justice, paranormal activity, or pop culture, this place offers a really rich experience for the visitor. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this valuable, a subscribe is sincerely appreciated and helps me to continue the channel.